Philthy Rich was good.
What's good, Vlad?
Finally on Vlad TV.
Man.
We've been talking about doing it for a while.
Took a minute, but I'm here.
You're here now?
Yeah.
So where'd you grow up exactly?
East Oakland Seminary.
Seminary.
Yeah.
What's the name they call that area?
Kill zone.
The kill zone.
Yeah.
Exactly. But why do they call it the kill zone?
Basically, it was given that name by OPD. At one point in time, you know, they wouldn't, I remember it was a guy that was shot over there. And like prior to that guy being shot, like maybe a week before, the police was actually shot at over there. So when that guy was shot, they didn't even go help him until their backup came.
Really? So they just let him die?
No, he didn't die. He sat in the car bleeding until backup came. So they felt comfortable enough to, you know, to attend to his wounds.
So the police were too scared to get out of the car?
It wasn't that they got out the car, they set up the street until the other cars came, and then they pursued to do what they had to do. But the guy was shot like, you know, like they was facing this way and he was facing this way up the street. But before they went up there, they wait till everybody come. Because I guess they had, you know, like I said, a prior incident they had been shot at. And then just because of like the killings and the drug dealing and whatever, so they just gave us that name.
Okay. Like at what age do you think you start getting involved in some of the street shit?
Shit, I've been looking up to my OGs forever. I caught my first case at 11.
11 years old?
Yeah.
Right.
Going to San Leandro, stealing bikes. And, you know, I done lived with my teacher from 3rd grade to 5th grade. Mom's kicked me out the house. I done lived in shelters, Job Corps, everything. I kicked out of Oakland Tech. I just been, you know, I never had a father figure in my life, so
okay.
I was just rebelling, you know what I'm saying?
Like, how did your mom take it when you started getting into trouble that early?
I'm her first child, so it was like hard for her to deal with. She didn't know how to handle it because she never experienced it before. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, she didn't really, you know, care. She was just like, okay, he gonna do what he wanna do. And it was because like, I was hitting house licks and the people would come to my mom's house like, hey, your son broke in my house and stole all my Jordans.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it was true.
Yeah, it was, you know, at that time being, yeah. You know, I had older kids around me that was doing, you know, was in the street, so I was just around them trying to be like them.
Now, Oakland don't really have Crips and Bloods.
Nah, there's no gang banging in Oakland.
No, not that type of gang banging.
Yeah.
It's neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So pretty much everyone from the kill zone
The kill zone
together?
is just seminary.
It's just seminary.
That's just seminary. That's
right.
That's not spread out in Oakland. That's just that block.
Just that block?
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone on that block pretty much sticks together?
I mean, you know, it's a family-orientated block. I mean, we don't glorify being that. We was given that name. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, that was years ago. You know, I mean, the poverty is still there today, and the police is still doing what they want to do. You know, but we just not walking around like, oh yeah, we the kill zone. Like we're not gang members or nothing like that. But was just given on us. You know, the old saying, I didn't land on Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Right.
Type of, you know.
So you get your first case at 11.
Yeah.
By the time you're 18, how many cases?
I was on all type of probation, drug diversion, 5-year felony, 3-year felony.
Wait, fire felony?
Yeah, it was 3 first, and then that got, when I caught another case, and they moved it up to 5-year. I actually got out in 2010 for a pistol case. I just been on the straight and narrow ever since.
Okay, in 2010 you were how old?
Shit, I'm 33 now, I don't know how old I was.
So 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're getting into a whole bunch of trouble.
Yeah.
As a teenager.
Yeah.
How much jail time were you doing during that time?
I done been locked up. The most I've ever done is a year, but I done did it maybe a few times.
So you had a couple years
spread
out.
6 months, 90 days, waiting to see the judge. I never did any pen time, but you know, just county time. But it would have been the pen the next time.
Oh, so you were right there.
Yeah, I was there.
So you were like 2 strikes?
No,
Well, not two strikes. No, I don't mean two strikes.
I
What I'm
was saying
saying.
get a strike, but it was like if I'd have violated that probation on 5-year felony, and then I was going to the pen.
Now I've been through county, on central bookings and stuff like that, and I instantly realized it was some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop sometimes glorifies the whole jail thing and everything else like that. But once you actually go to jail, you realize that there's nothing to glorify.
There ain't no money in jail. Your niggas ain't in jail.
Ain't no
females
women.
in jail. Your kids ain't in jail. I mean, then like you go to jail and then you really find out who really there for you.
Yeah.
Because I've done a lot for people that went to jail. Then when I went to jail, then returned the favor. So it's like, I mean, if anything, like I said, jail really ain't for me. It was just what I was going through in my life. Like,
I mean, but after the first couple times, was there a certain amount of like, okay, like I'm going to keep ending up in this fucked up ass place if I keep doing this dumb shit?
That's when I started rapping.
That's when you started rapping.
Yeah, I had my second son, and I had caught a violation, and even when my first son was born, I was on the run. I had to stay out, trying to stay out the way of the police so I can see him born.
So you had a warrant out when your first son was born? Okay.
I was just trying to stay on the run until he was born, and then, but yeah, when I had my second son, that's when I realized, actually, the police came snatch me up, homicide snatched me up for a murder that happened in the neighborhood, and they was just like, you going down this path, you gonna be the same way. You ain't gonna be in your kid's life like your dad ain't in your life, and just was saying this and saying that, playing good cop, bad cop.
Did that hit you though when they said that?
I mean, it kind of did, but I just didn't never want to take advice from the police. You get what I'm saying? So, they was just playing good cop, bad cop. My partner don't like you, but I like you. I'm gonna send you home. I'm like, man, listen, y'all just make sure y'all give me something saying this was a detain, not an arrest, because I got to go back to the hood when I leave here, man. So these niggas know, man, I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of just made me open my eyes, damn, I am gonna fuck up and not be in their life, and they wasn't, they didn't ask for that. So I need to do something different. And even with the rapping, I still was catching cases after I started rapping because I still got a fun rapping. You still got to press up CDs and flyers and shoot videos and studio time and all that, and that shit wasn't free.
So you started rapping?
Yeah.
At how old?
2006? 2006.
Okay, after you get out from your last...
Nah, 2010 when I got the...
Oh, 2000, okay, my bad. Yeah. So 2006, you get out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, you don't get out. 2006, you start rapping.
Yeah.
And Keek the Sneak started fucking with you.
Yeah.
And how did that come together?
Basically, some my OGs from my hood knew Keek or whatever, and they was like, okay, man, we got, Philthy, he want to rap and this and that, and he was just like, Keek was like, he got to do either or. It can't be one foot in, one foot out. You got to give 100% to one or the other. And I just told him I was ready to give 100%. And even though I still was, like I said, man, you got to fund the rapping. If you ain't got no deal, nobody put no money behind you, you got to do something. How you gonna press up 1,000 CDs? How you gonna pay $30 an hour for studio time if you ain't doing what you got to do and if you ain't got no job? So it was hard though. But yeah, Keek was the first rapper that really actually gave me a chance, as in just and all I ever asked for was just for them to show me how it's done. I never asked for no money from nobody. I never asked to be signed to nobody, no radio play, nothing. I'm just show me how it's done and I can just go from there.
Okay.
And he actually, he did that.
Keek's a good dude.
Yeah.
I've been fucking with Keek for a long time, and dude just definitely has a good heart. Mm-hmm. So you had a tour.
Yeah.
It was you, Mistah F.A.B, Jay Stalin, and you get arrested on the tour.
Yeah, I think we had 5 dates, and after the second one, I went to jail.
Okay, and it was over cocaine?
Mostly all my cases are cocaine.
Okay.
Not a user, selling.
Selling.
Yeah, so.
So this particular case here, you get caught and you get sentenced to a year in jail. What did they catch you with?
Tell you the truth, I don't even remember. I done caught so many cases. It's like, it might have been, I remember one time I was driving to my mom's house to give her money for my little brother books. And we was shooting dice and right before, and somebody had lost their money in the dice game and was like, hey, buy this quarter of dope for me right quick so I can get back in the game. And I bought the dope to, so he can get back in the game, and forgot I had it on me and got pulled over. So that might have been that time.
Okay.
And my mom was like, I was meeting her at the house, and when the police had us jacked in the car and shit outside, she walks up, and the police like, why your mom not tripping, you going to jail? And I'm like, shit, she done seen me go to jail a few times, she not, you know, whatever. But I was actually going to her house to give her money for my brother that was locked up.
Now, how old were you when you first started selling coke?
Coke?
Or did you start with something else? You started with weed?
Like maybe 18.
18,
Yeah.
okay.
And before that was weed. And, cause I mean, some people don't just jump in the game selling coke like it. Like you selling the weed, and at the time I was smoking weed, so I was wasn't making no profit. You get what I'm saying? Until I started like getting pounds, like the little apes and the zips and stuff. It wasn't doing it for me, cause I'd be bagging up, and then I'm in a house full of weed smokers, and I'm just trying to.
Everyone's smoking your.
Just trying to get my re-up back.
Supply, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, weed is usually pretty mellow.
Yeah.
People ain't really killing each other over weed.
Yeah.
Maybe at a certain level, yeah. But I'm saying, like, once you get into cocaine, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I mean, cocaine is serious, but heroin is even more serious. Like
right.
the
you played around with that
dolphins
too.
will kill you. The dolphins will kill you if they don't get it fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I interviewed Pee Wee Kirkland. I remember the opening kind of part of the book was set in a heroin house, and the guy that was running it was making women have sex with his German shepherds for a hit of heroin. I mean, if you think about your involvement in heroin, how do you feel about some of the destruction that caused, you know, in Harlem and the rest of the communities in New York?
If we just ask anybody in Harlem, any older person about Pee Wee Kirkland, and you'll find out that when I was in Harlem during my reign, that couldn't exist. When I came into the game, you know what I brought into the game? Everybody said, Pee Wee, man, you changed the game, man. It's almost like the game changed, you know, all that. You couldn't be in the game. You couldn't tell me why you took somebody's life.
Okay, so once you start getting into cocaine, how dangerous did things get?
I mean, it's kind of just like in the rap game, like, you know, once you elevate or whatever, I mean, you move to a bigger position, you have to handle yourself a certain way, because, I mean, at one point in time, I was living on the block, I had like 9 zips and thought I was the man, and, you know, a few cars parked outside and 50,000 at my mom's house, and, you know, but when you get money, it shows. So people look at you different, like, oh man, I remember you didn't have a pair of Rockaware jeans or Robins and stuff like that. And it's not really that you changed, it's sometimes be the people around you, but you know, you just gotta carry yourself different. Just like in the rap game, when you elevate, like you getting hot and you got a buzz, like I can't go nowhere in the Bay without somebody noticing me. Like anywhere, like gas station, mall, fucking, anywhere, it's just serious. Like I was at the airport today, like even the people that work at the airport.
Well, I remember I interviewed Boosie, and we were talking about how he grew up in Baton Rouge, right? And you know the interview I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he said he had to move.
Niggas gonna hate you in your city. You know, and I advise everybody, once they get money, get out they city, man, because that's where the hatred gonna come. You know, people be like, that's how I was at first, you know. Nigga ain't running me. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I'm Boosie. I don't bag down from nothing. Nah, it's not about it being bagging down. It's about being smart, man.
I've dealt with it myself. I move myself. I have a spot in the Bay, and I also live in Las Vegas. like I said, I was shot before in my car in like 2012, and I just, you know, I mean, Oakland is small, but it's also big. But at the same time, it's like not a lot of people successful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a Maserati and somebody pull on side of me and shoot 9 shots into my car.
9 shots?
9.
Do you have any idea who it was?
Nah.
Really?
Nah.
You're not just saying that for the camera?
Nah. I don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing?
Nah.
You didn't see nothing? You don't know nothing?
Man,
But 9 shots hit your car?
I drove to the hospital, that's what I seen.
You drove yourself to the hospital?
I was in the driver's seat when it happened.
Was there anyone else in the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they get hit?
Nah.
Okay.
They shot on my side.
Where
They
did you get
pulled
hit?
behind me and both of my legs.
Both your legs got hit?
Yeah.
What part of your legs?
My inner thighs.
Your inner thighs.
Yeah.
So it was non-lethal. Like, I mean, I guess you could have bled out, but it wasn't like.
I mean, it wasn't like, like life-threatening, no. I mean, but any bullet wound is life-threatening. I mean, if you bleed.
Right.
But,
So you get shot up 9, the car gets shot 9 times, you get hit twice.
3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Twice in one another.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You drive yourself to the hospital.
Yeah.
Police rush in and ask you what happened.
Undercovers coming in.
Undercovers come in.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing.
Okay.
I'm innocent bystander. I was in the wrong place, wrong time.
Okay.
I don't want no victim of crime money. I don't want nothing. I don't want to talk about nothing. I don't even see nothing. But they come in there with information like, okay, who y'all beefing with besides this place and this place and this place? I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a rapper. And leave it at that. And that's what happened.
And that the only time you ever got shot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Look, I work with them on Mad. Good guys. Good heart. Good guys. Give you the shirt off their back. Is it ironic? Is it a coincidence that they most of their friends are white and got white wives? They like white women? I mean.
Then they develop envy because they go home. They get out the car with their friend, with their other partner, and he listening to your music. They walk in the house, they girl listening to your music. They go downstairs, the kids doing a dance to your music. Now they are hypnotized with hatred.